Signs your soulmate is thinking of you. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into this video. Signs your soulmate is thinking of you. Sounds interesting, right? And especially considering how to know. It's definitely not what I would have thought. You know, I decided to make this video. I was just having a great morning with my wife, Ashley, and I was just thinking about how grateful that I am, how blessed that I am to have been able to attract and be able to experience a relationship that has increased my health, my happiness, my finances, my spirituality, my compassion. Like every area of my life has improved. Like truly, if there is a soulmate, she's definitely mine. And I want to share with you how I attracted her. And it is not what you think, because it happened because what the relationship I thought was my soulmate fell apart. The relationship I really wanted to work at the time, the only one in my life up to that point that I ever wanted to work, fell apart. And it was the first time I thought I was in love in my whole life, actually. And I was about like 19, 20, and I fell like head over heels for this woman. And we were like dating, and I was just in love with this woman, or so I thought. And I didn't know at the time, like all these other things I'm about to share with you in a minute, but I thought I was in love with her. And that relationship fell apart, and it broke my heart. And I was like, it was the first time in my life I actually felt depressed for like a while, where like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, I was still like, oh my gosh. And finally what happened was I was like, okay, I need to be happy. Regardless of whether or not I have a woman or a man to fill that void in my life, I have to create real happiness in my life. And I started to assess, like, I didn't have everything that I wanted in life. And so I put an overemphasis on this relationship working out, and I didn't know that at the time. And so instead I took a step back and I said, I am going to create the happiest life ever for myself. I'm just going to be happy. I'm going to create a happy life, and if I meet the right person, great. If not, great. Who cares? I'm going to be happy. I'm going to figure out my finances so I can have the financial freedom to do what I want. I'm going to figure out how to be happy in life. I'm going to figure out how to impact people's lives and have a sense of purpose. I need to get my health back. I had lost a lot of my health. That was like such a prominent part of myself and throughout many years of my life as an athlete. I needed to get all those things back. So I started looking at all the areas of my life. I started taking my career seriously. A few years ago, I had dropped out of college, and I had traveled around the world and wrote a book about it. And I had hit a standstill where like I was having a extreme difficulty supporting myself at any level off of it. And, you know, I hit a wall, and I was like, you know, should I give up? What should I do with my life, basically? And I decided to create true happiness for myself and to like give everything I could to my career and to this work that I do today, and focus and not procrastinate and not let my fears stop me and other people's opinions stop me, and to set the bar high and work on developing my skills. And I started hiring coaches. I started hiring actual speech coaches. I hired people to teach me how to communicate more effectively, tell stories better. And I started putting my energy into building the life that I wanted for myself. And out of absolutely nowhere, I got a phone call from my book agent, and he said, hey, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I'm having a party, and it's in Santa Barbara, which was about, I think, maybe 5.5 hour drive from where I live. And one of my friends is going to be there, and she has a really pretty daughter, and I'd love for you to meet her. And I was like, 5.5 hour drive? Like, I don't even have like gas money, you know? Like, I had just decided I was going to be happy, and I was going to create a happy life for myself and commit to it. And I had spent, few months on this new path where I was like, this is about me and my connection to myself and feeling good in my body and creating true happiness and committing to that fully. And then my agent calls. I'm like, 5.5 hour drive. I don't know if I really want to do that, but I said yeah. And that's how I met Ashley. And she changed my life forever. And, the message of this video is you may have had a relationship that just failed, quote unquote. And you may just have had a lot of struggles in relationships. And a lot of times, or maybe just like you haven't had any luck at all. And a lot of times we base what's possible for us based off of those things. And then we're sold for so long that we need love, right? And like you even go turn on the television and everything's about, love, and all the commercials are advertising love and diamonds and this is the happy life and like all these types of things. So what can start to occur is that we get, even on a subtle level, but a lot of times fully, we start to need it really bad. And I thought I needed this woman at the time to be happy. And I thought like, that's what I was so stuck on it. This is how is it. And what happens is we give too much emphasis on outer relationships and not enough emphasis on our own inner relationship and our connection to ourselves and your connection to yourself. Because when you can get in touch with yourself and you can be happy with yourself, like truly happy with yourself, when you can sit still, like without distractions, and you can be like, I love myself. There was a time when I could not say that. I couldn't say I love myself. I honestly, truly, I couldn't say it. But I could say this. I deserve to be happy. I couldn't say that I was comfortable with myself at all, but I could say I believe I deserve to be happy. And then I went about creating a life that made me happy. Even though at the time, I wasn't happy with myself even. I didn't feel comfortable with who I was. But I went back within myself and I said, I'm the only one that lives with me at the end of the day. I could have the most amazing partner in the entire world, like the most amazing wife or husband or whatever it is that you desire. You can have the most amazing relationship ever, but if you don't have that connection with yourself and true happiness with who you are and how you're showing up to your life and your connection to that, then what occurs is even you sabotage your other relationship because you don't have that connection to yourself, because how you treat someone else is how you treat yourself. Especially when you're living in intimate quarters with someone in a home or an apartment or a condo or wherever it is. Because you're right there with them all the time. And the relationship is a mirror of how your connection to yourself. Now, my relationship with this person that I thought I really wanted to be with failed. But it was built off failure because it was built off dependency. It was built off of jealousy. It was built off of not enough. And it was built off of all of those things to try to fill this place within myself that I wasn't happy with yet. And when I finally got that, that's what opened up the door for me to attract Ashley into my life. So it's like, great. Go on dates. Go on all the dating apps. Do all those things, yes. But don't make them more important than being happy with yourself and your own relationship with yourself. With your own relationship to your health. With your own relationship to your finances. With your own relationship to your spirituality. With your own relationship to your own emotional well-being and happiness. Because when those things become priorities in your life, then you meet the right person along the way and you become way more attractive, because most people don't have that figured out. They don't have that figured out. And so when someone comes across someone that finally does, it's attractive. Being happy is attractive. Committing to your highest potential is attractive. Working to create the best life for yourself is attractive. And when you're on that path, when you're on that journey, trust that the universe will bring the right person into your life. They will bring it. Because the people that you attract into your life are simply a mirror of how you treat of your relationship with yourself. You know, when I looked at the relationship that failed, that relationship didn't work out. In a lot of ways, it was very unhealthy. And I look back at myself at that time. In a lot of ways, I didn't have a healthy relationship with myself and my soul and my happiness. And there was a lot of ways I could have addressed that, and I didn't. And that's okay, but my outer relationship was a mirror of that. And then, due to the heartbreak was the biggest blessing I ever had, because due to that pain I experienced, that's what caused me to take a step back and address those things within myself and my life and put more intention and attention on those things and start redirecting my life force towards the things that I really wanted and I was really passionate about, and creating the best life possible for myself. And when I did that, that's when I met Ashley. And I'm sure she can tell you it was the same thing for her too. So it's all going to be okay. It really is. And this is a sign that your soulmate is speaking to you. I even take it a step further. I think that you have many soulmates. I think that person that I had a failed relationship with, it was actually a very successful relationship. It was actually one of the most successful relationships I had in my whole life. Why? Because it taught me some of the most important lessons in my life that led me to attracting Ashley. And not only just attracting Ashley, life lessons that have allowed me to create so much more happiness and joy within myself. And this relationship, this failed relationship, was the greatest teacher that I ever had, and it pointed me inwards rather than trying to get validation from this person exteriorly. It pointed me inwards to say, hey, what's up in here? Hey, let's focus inwards first. What do you want? What will make you happy? How can we go about creating that? Right? And when you make that commitment, then you realize it's two halves don't make a whole. When two people are totally full and they come together, that's where the real magic is. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Oh, am I always going to be alone? Am I ever going to meet the right person? Don't be afraid. It's all going to work out perfectly. And the only thing you can control in this moment is creating the happiest life for yourself that you possibly can. So, how does that look? If you were to spend the rest of your life alone, how could you create the happiest life for yourself possible? That's basically what I said to myself. If I never attract the right relationship after that one that didn't work out, if I never attract the right one, how could I be happy? And I started building my life. I was like, okay, well, number one is got to be exercising every day. Got to be getting in the gym every day. It's creating self-esteem, self-image. It's creating a clear mind. It's doing all of these great things. You got to get in the gym every day. And then number two was I've got to have that connection to my own spirituality, to a higher power. Got to be investigating that. Then the next is career, right? We spend a lot of our time work. How am I not giving my all? And first of all, what do I really want? What do you really want out of your career? See, you have to be the best version of yourself to attract the soulmate a lot of times. It's just like you've got to clean your porch, right? You have some guests coming over, right? And it's just been all windy and all the leaves blew everywhere, mud, everything. Like right now we're in a tropical Hawaiian storm right now. So we'll use me as an example. And I have friends coming over and it just looks a mess because of all the wind. Before I would bring those guests into my home, I would clear the space, right? I would clear the space, get the broom out, get the thing, clean it up. I'd make it look better. It's a similar kind of analogy, is that we have to become the best version of ourselves. And not always that we have to be it, but we have to commit to it. And during that process, on that journey, on that path is when we meet the right people. That's when the soulmate shows up. When we first decide that happiness is found within ourselves and that we're the only ones that can truly make us happy. I have to be able to make myself happy for my relationship with Ashley to work out. It's not the other way around. She can't make me happy. I have to be able to make myself happy and she has to be able to do the same. Otherwise, we're just going to be projecting our stuff onto one another, our unresolved issues. Our own resentments, our own regrets, our own despair, our own insecurities. We'll just project them onto each other. And then that's how relationships fail. Right? And that's the magic. There is love out there for you. I'm telling you, there is. I honestly believe that from the depths of my soul that your soulmate is out there. The perfect relationship for you is out there. You have to believe that you live in a friendly universe. And if you believe that you live in a friendly universe, the love is going to be there. But if I live in a friendly universe, how can I treat myself as best as I possibly can to find the most happiness within myself, to be the healthiest, happiest version of myself? How can I commit to that? Because I'm only in this body one time, and I have to sit with myself every single moment. And if I have to sit myself in every single moment, I want to sit with myself in happiness, not in regret, not in despair, not in insecurities, not in what could have been, what should have been. I want to create happiness. I want to be happy. And that's a question that changed my life. I said, how do I want to be happy? I wanted to do this. I wanted to write books. I wanted to be hopefully inspiring people. And I wanted to build a community like this. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to exercise every day or almost every single day. I want to be outside. I want to be hiking. I want to be in nature. I want to get a hold of my finances. You might have some debts that you might be able to work on repaying and fixing those situations right now as you wait for your soulmate to show up in your life. Or you may be underpaid at your job and you may have always wanted to start your dream business. What is the way we can sweep our own porch right now? Because believe that will make the way for your soulmate. And decide that even if it didn't, your happiness is your number one responsibility and your number one priority in life. So even if doing all these things wasn't actually going to help you attract your soulmate. It was just going to make you happier, like more happy than you could possibly be in your entire life. Wouldn't you do it? But then also when you're on that journey, and then you start to meet people and you date people, and you share your journey and where you're at with them, and you guys get to know each other, you become amazingly attractive. Because here's this man, here's this woman that says, hey, I'm only alive once. I want to create the happiest life for myself. Here are my goals. Here are the things I'm working towards. That becomes magnetic. And then you build a, what do they call it? A power couple. Then you build a power couple. That's how those things start to form. They start within ourselves, not in other people. And when we go within ourselves, like some people, they can never find the right date. It doesn't matter. They could be on every single platform, everything in the world. They can't find the right date. But other people, they go onto one online dating platform once, boom, they met their soulmate. Because they were in the energy of it already. I'm telling you, you matter. Your happiness matters. And if you want someone that is really going to complement that, then you have to say right now, my soulmate is coming, but right now I have work to attend to. I have a garden to continue to nourish and grow. And that garden is my life. And then great things start coming. Soulmate, great. Even better things come. Experiences. And they're all on the way to you. I'm telling you, don't allow the past, heartbreak, don't allow those things to bog you down. They don't exist anymore except for the fact of what they can teach you. Like my failed relationship with that woman, it doesn't exist anymore except for the fact that of all the things I learned out of it. I learned that I was spending way too much time trying to thinking that a woman was going to solve my issues and not enough time focusing on my purpose in life and my goals in life. My energy was focused in the wrong place. And this heartbreak ended up years later. I look back and solved it. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It was like this magic pill that seemed super bad for a while, but then it's the thing that changed my life. You're worthy of love. Just love yourself even more now. Love yourself even more now. Commit to loving your life even more now. And that energy of love starts to just reverberate more and more. It builds a more and more powerful enough energy field. And it starts to pull the right person into your life. And then boom, you meet your soulmate. And it happens sometimes when you least expect it. You're worthy of love. Comment down below, I'm worthy of love. Comment that down below. I'm worthy of love. Just to get that into your subconscious. That's why I'm asking you to comment. Just make sure that you didn't just hear this video and yeah, that was great. But let's make sure that we walk away with something. Take a deep breath in. I'm worthy of love. And all the resistance that comes up to that thought, it's just that. It's just resistance. It's just the past. I'm worthy of love. Other people might have told me that I wasn't. My past might have told me that I wasn't. I'm worthy of love. Say it with me. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. I am worthy of love. And it all starts within here. It all starts right here. It all starts not being afraid to truly love yourself, to truly love your life, to truly commit to your goals and your happiness and the things that you can control. You are worthy of love. If this video speaks to you, please make sure you watch it back through and allow the ideas to really sink in. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification right over there down below. I created a success hypnosis that changed my life, and The reason that I did that was to start to rewiring my subconscious mind during this process, because I had all these limiting beliefs that I wasn't good enough and smart enough and all these things that were blocking success in life. And I created this self-hypnosis to start to change my thought patterns, and my life changed. And you can demo it and use it every day for free. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. jakeshypnosis.com. So go ahead, download that and start to use that to retrain your subconscious mind so that it makes it easier to attract more success into your life, to attract the things that you truly desire in your life by eliminating all of the old ideas that are in opposition to that. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. This won't work out. Just press delete on it. So go right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. Comment down below, I am worthy of love. I'll see you on the next video. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video.